Okay, just gonna do that. Okay, it is recording now, I think. Okay, cool. I'm just for the people watching the recording, we're just gonna go through some bugs in these components and see some good first bugs and see what we can delegate to each other, and then we're gonna do a work session. Okay, cool. So let's look at the next one. I'm gonna assume if I'm on a bug and reading through it, nobody like says anything or texts on the chat that they're interested in it. I'm gonna assume that this one's not that interesting to anybody. So that's how we will go. Okay, cool. All right, next one. Give meaningful error log when service worker installation fails. This is an error log thing. Okay, I don't know if that's the super. It could be a good first bug, honestly. It is an old one. The website is a non-supported protocol. Honestly, this could be easy because it's just a string change. Like, or you could add just an error log. I've never worked with the DOM like tools, dev tools before, but this could technically potentially be an interesting one because it's kind of easy to do, just adding a new error log thing. But you do get to get into dev tool stuff, which is a huge part of the browser experience. I think originally Firefox was known as like very important because of their dev tool, no longer, but yeah, they were pretty cool because of that. Oh yeah. Oh, someone was trying to work on it 6 years ago. Um, yeah. This is like a good example of how to work when you're outside the company, when you're working as an open source person. This person talking about exactly what they tried. They tried to do something. Hopefully they asked for it. Maybe they didn't ask to work on it. Looks like I don't know if they were actually doesn't look like so I think they did submit some code, but it did not get accepted. But again, I don't see anybody jumping to take this. Wow, that old. So we're gonna move on. Okay.
Do you think I could take it?
Oh, do you want to do that one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure, for sure. Let me give you this bug. I'll put the bug in the chat so you can easily get it. So always just remember to message and be like, hey, can I look into this? Can I work on this if you're able to do stuff? And then go from there. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Awesome. Um, Cookies and site data isn't working. Manage exceptions. Oh, I actually put this pretty recently. This one, okay, so I don't know. So what this is basically saying, the manage exceptions button is kind of misleading because it doesn't really mean that every time. Um, and ideally this would just be a string change. That's why I put it as a good first bug. But there is um a bit of a wait because we actually have to ask for like internal suggestions to what that string should become into. I if you want to do this, I would say just you can take it, like put a comment being like, what should we do? Like, so do exactly this, request for an update from the team, and then just kind of take another bug while you're waiting on this to happen because it can take some time. So if you're interested in eventually getting to this, it'll be a really simple string change, I think, hopefully, based on what they decide inside internally. This could be not bad. So it's there if you want it, but it's not it's basically it's based on manage exceptions. So if you go to about preferences, site data, it's this button. So cookies and site data, manage exceptions. It's a bit weird because it also works for a bunch of different things. I actually have forgotten myself. But the person who reported it did a good job of explaining it. So if you want to read through that, okay. I see nobody wants to do this one. We're going to the next one because there's a lot. I'm gonna try going through these a bit faster. Okay, that doesn't look too interesting. Let's check exist for. Okay. Clean probes. That actually is gonna be hard because we don't know how to test that outside. I don't know if you wanted documentation. Documentation could be an easy way to like get used to Fabricator. If you want, oh my gosh, 19 years ago. Absolutely wild. Um, if you want, oh look, oh wow. Can this be? Did nobody assign it? What the heck? That's bad. Ooh, Valentine seemed okay. I think it's just old. If someone were to ask again now, I think it should be okay. If someone wants to do documentations changes just to get used to doing getting used to the fabricator workflow, I think this is not bad. Um, yeah. Okay. Okay, nobody's jumping. Okay, the next one. Again, documentation. Okay. Install. Okay, update error message. Error message updates are not bad because you get to change actual code. Uh, okay, what is happening? The PSN into a component. This is very old again, 18 years ago. This is an out-of-date error message. Is this still happening? Still, oh yeah, 22 days ago, somebody. Oh, is this for Thunderbird? The fuck? Networking. Firefox doesn't know how to communicate with the server. Okay, this doesn't look like it's might not be a Firefox bug. This looks like it's a different Mozilla product bug. So we're actually gonna go back. Um, okay, we're not gonna do tests yet. Another CSP thing. Okay, cool. Re Violation reports blocked URI should be the URL before redirects. That sounds interesting. Um, oh, for like some context, when you see W3C, what this means, it's the standards group. So it's internet standards. So these people, this is kind of like what an internet standards document looks like. And I don't know what this is for. This is for security violation, so CSP level 3. And this is basically kind of like algorithms or like kind of like they're not full algorithms, they're like pseudocode algorithms, like explained in words, based on a shit ton of research from a lot of like standards people in different browsers, where like they all got together and agreed on something and then created this document. I'm sure there's more people involved, but that's how I know it. And there's like one of these for like privacy, security, networking, like a lot of HTML, DOM stuff. There's like everything has a standards document. Like I think HTML standards has, there's something. Yeah, that's WhatWig and W3C privacy, like these groups. Oh my gosh, that's huge. It's taking so long to load. Um, yeah, like these are the standards. This is where it's actually defined. This is what browsers should hopefully follow to keep everything the same standard. So yeah, if you see a link like W3C or WhatWig, that's what it's linking to. It's like an actual this link. This is actually a pretty interesting bug. So you get to actually kind of implement a bit of a standards thing, maybe. Um, uh, transition state. Okay. There's a lot in here. There's a lot of people talking. Oh, there's even a patch 8 years ago. Nothing happened. Oh, okay. Damn, I wish this was still open. Let's pass. Please close the issue. Where to come in? Well, okay. Never mind. Um, I'm actually gonna comment and ask if this is still available. And if it is, if someone's interested, this would be a pretty good first bug to do. Um, do let me know if any of you are interested. So I'll keep this in the Docker for that. Actually wait. Is there if any of you want to actually try, actually hold up. Instead of me messaging, what one of you could do is read through this because I think that would be super useful. Understand what the bug was and try and see if this bug actually still exists. This person says it's handled, but nobody responded to them. Um, so if you want to try and do that, I think that would be cool. And if you do see like a reason why it's not, so definitely just comment and be like, hey, maybe if it's exactly what the person before said, is this bug still relevant? If it, and because of what you found, you can put that in. If not, can I take it? And remember to need info, like the triage owner, and then do that. And then maybe if it's still valid, you can take it. Otherwise, you've learned a bunch about W3C and standards. So if someone's interested in that, I'm going to keep this bug open. It's kind of interesting. Okay. Response, I'm going to keep going. Uh, is this making sense so far to you guys? Should I go slower? Should I try do it in a different way? Okay, cool.
Oh, I had a question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, in general, when we're looking at bugs like these, sometimes there's like this comment where the guy's like, "Oh, can I take this one?" And it's from like 5, 6 years ago. So
Yeah.
like, if it's responded to at all, is it okay if I just like chuck my name in there as well, or is there like something to respect in terms of that? I'm
Uh,
not too sure.
honestly,
Sorry, I think my internet's kind of terrible right now. Sorry.
that's
Uh,
okay. That's okay. I think like if it's from 5 years ago and there was no patch or like nobody accepted anything yet, you should feel free to be like, hey, is this still being worked on? Can I take it if it's available? I
okay.
but always ask because you never know. Maybe for some reason they forgot to pull the last patch or something. I don't know. It's good to just ask. But honestly, if someone messaged and they didn't get a response, just feel free to just be like, hey, can I take this? Because
Okay.
they didn't really get anything. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Cool. Uh, okay, next one. This one looks kind of interesting. Captured thumbnails with safe browsing always enabled. Okay. New tab page. And just for context, new tab page is this tab. Like whenever you go into, when you open a new tab, this is what this is. It can also be accessed by about new tab. Same thing. So this is what that is. So that's the new tab page. It's like a huge thing because it's the page a lot of people visit. Okay. Cool. So what is this bug? Captured thumbnails with safe browsing always enabled. Okay. That looks interesting. This is not a great comment. Explaining what is happening. Uh Thumbnail for phishing site. Oh, that's interesting. I think people are just forgetting to need info. Like this person commented, but they did not need info. Oh, but there's like they need info to somebody who's Eddie Lee. Oh, the main guy. This is so bad. Why aren't they responding? It's horrible. Okay. I don't know about the new tab people, but if you do it to anti-tracking or something, they will respond. This is really bad. Um, okay, maybe don't do this box. There's two people trying and nobody's responding. Don't know why. Gonna go on to the next one. Okay. Oh shit. Did not mean to do that. Okay. HTTP channel child actor destroy doesn't call on stop request. Okay, okay. So networking, main script, the browser has a channel, waits for this. It's a bit more involved in terms of like understanding what is going on from what I'm seeing. Like, and as soon as you see anything with like more complicated terms than just like adding something small, it's like it might be a bit harder than a good first bug. Um, wow. Okay. So there's two people who tried. This person did not get again, they didn't need info. So need info is super important because nobody's gonna get an email about turning the attachment into a test and landing it. Oh, okay. Well, if you guys want to try this out, this seems kind of more involved than a simple one, but there seems to be some complexity with what the heck. Okay, unsure. I'll put it, I'll keep it open in case somebody's interested. Okay. Extension and browser URLs should be treated. Oh my gosh, it's already 35. That's crazy. Okay, okay, okay. There's actually a lot of bugs. I'm only gonna click on the ones that that look kind of interesting now. Okay. Inform submission checks. Oh, there's also someone please let us know. Okay. Okay. This looks like it was being worked by someone, but then they just forgot to respond to them. So that's that. Okay. This looks kind of not bad. That modifies the pages form. This add-on enumerates all forms on the page. Navigate to a secure domain. Action. To get the form. Insecure connection. Interesting. Okay. This seems kind of interesting. If someone wants to take this looks like it's open. You also have someone's patch already. Um, but they kind of abandon it, whoever was working on it. You can kind of take some this thing, inspiration from it, see what they kind of tried, what was wrong with it. There's a bunch of people here already. So I think this would be pretty good if you want to try it. It looks like there's some listening. And Freddie, I know Freddie, he will be active. So somebody want to take this one? Okay. Is there something specific that you guys are looking for? I want to make sure.
Oh, sorry, I'm just reading it over myself before
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
like just give me a second. Sorry.
No worries, no worries, no worries. It's perfectly okay to say you're kind of interested and you want to look at it. Yeah, you don't have to like do it if later on you find out that you're not fully like you don't want to do it. That's okay. But we kind of just want you to just like start like looking at things, reading through code, making comments, like getting into the community so people know. Uh, and then you can obviously just take two or three and then end up only going with one. That's okay. Um, yeah, spend some time like reading about it, and then you can be like, can I take this? That's okay. You don't need to say, can I take this right now to them, to Mozilla. Like will let us know so that we have it and then we know that you've looked into it. Yeah. So no pressure. Okay. I think that one was pretty cool. This one was pretty cool, and this one was interesting. So I'll keep those open. Okay. Um, Evaluate privacy. Okay, so what just as a quick note, if you see one of these like these things with like dots, that's usually a pref, what we call a pref. They're just like true or false. They can be like numbers or true or false, and you can kind of look at them in about debug. Oh my gosh, config. There's like a shit ton of prefs. So if I put this over here, you can like flip and flop. They're used for a bunch of things around Firefox. For like so like when you go to about preferences, these things are all just like mapped to a pref. And that's kind of what these usually look like. They usually look like this. Anyways, uh, more code. Okay, yeah, this is pretty easy. You're just removing some code. It looks like they just want to remove everything related to this pref. That's not too bad. I would just go to searchfox and look up that pref, and then your patch would kind of just remove whatever this, like the logic or whatever this is doing. Doesn't look like it's only in tests now. Interesting. Maybe they did remove it at some point, but yeah. Um, this is not too bad if someone wants to take it. It's an easy one.
Yeah, can I look into this one?
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna put it.
Thank you.
Uh, awesome.
Cool. Thank you so much.
No worries. Okay, so that one's delegated. Next one. Write test. Okay, we're not gonna write a test yet. So keeper host is off by one. Okay, that's interesting. Cookie per host quota enforcement is off by one. Fine. Porridge, you have to have quota. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay. This is kind of interesting. The cookie quota 151 cookies. Okay. Seems a bit more involved, but could be interesting. Daniel Vedetz is great. So if you guys want to try this and need help, he will be responsive. He's great. He's the security guy. The message. This seems kind of interesting that we're off by one. And when maybe we're not cutting it off right. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I made I'm not gonna be able to do the best like explanation about these because I myself will have to read into it a bit more because it's just so many things. But just looking at it, I can tell it's like this could be an interesting bug. If you guys want to try it, you don't have to like take it, look at it, look into it, go through some searchfox, see if this looks good to you, and then you can like go ahead and be like, okay, I'll do it, and then like put a message on the thing. But right now you can just say if you're interested or not, and that's okay. I'll keep this one open as another potential to put.
Yeah, do you think I could take a look at it?
Yeah, I can put it in the chat. Sorry.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Okay. Let me see. Okay, this is the one that I've looked at before with you guys. Go back one page. Arrow button remains white. This one's not bad. We've looked at it before where the button kind of stays active even though there's nothing to go back to in this case. If someone wants to do that, not too bad either. I wouldn't mind doing this with all of you guys together too, but this one is open to take. Okay. Next, let's see. Anything looks interesting? Anything interesting? Another remove code. Remove stuff is usually very easy. Wow, 1 day ago. Okay, that's not bad. Just one line of code removal. Okay, cool. Someone wants to take this. Not again, super easy. Fabricator. It's okay if you're doing 2 bugs. Feel free to just take it if you want. This looks pretty easy. I know manual. Again, these people are all very active. So they will respond to you if you need it.
Yeah, can I get this one?
Yeah, I'll put it here. So always remember to message and be like, can I take this? And then work on it before making a patch. Okay. I put it in the chat, so this should be good. Next. Okay. I think most of you should start to have bugs. Okay, let's see. It's not document. That must be called. That looks a bit intense. Test coverage, documentation, with DOM cache tests, update download docs. That's again docs. Another remove one. Remove ones are easy. You're just removing code. Not much. It's just good to, yeah, okay. Preference name misspelled. Okay, that's interesting. That also looks pretty easy. Again, if someone wants to do this like really quickly to get some more like quick bugs, yeah, it's the failure spelling is incorrect. This is another great one. It's also 5 days ago. Not too bad. Okay.
Yeah, could I try this one as well, actually?
Yeah. It's a simple one. So
Okay, that's
yeah.
good. Thank you.
Yeah. Special HTML error message. Did everyone get at least one bug so far? I think so, right? Diego, did you get a bug? I'm sure. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, you got a bug. So okay, that's good. That's good that everyone has at least one bug. Version for notification events. That could be interesting. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. It looks like most of you have at least one bug to work on, if not two. Remember to put them into the sheet. Let me see if I can get the sheet thing. Sheets, UTOS, Firefox. So remember to put them in here, and just put your name, and things like that, and then everything else so that we can keep track of it. I'll also add any bugs that weren't taken today that I found interesting in here, and then if someone's interested, just go for it. It'll be here for you to kind of access. And yeah, just remember to update this. This document is linked in the Discord. I can send it again if someone needs it. this mainly helps us kind of sell you guys to Mozilla. So it would be great if you guys put it in here so that we can show Mozilla how much great work all of you have been doing with the names of you guys. So yeah, just remember to put it in there. Cool. Okay. With that, I think we can stop like looking at bugs and you guys can treat the rest of this, like I guess there's only 15 minutes, as like a work session or ask me any questions you guys might have. I'm just gonna sit here and just do the bug that I was gonna be doing. And I think it's this bug. Okay. Yeah. So much fun. It was actually
Uh,
kind of
what is that sidebar you have?
sidebar.
Yeah, the one to your left.
Oh yeah, this is the Firefox native sidebar. It's still being worked on. So if you have nightly, like Firefox nightly, I think it'll be coming later. If you go to Firefox Labs, sidebar and vertical tabs are like under testing. So you can like try them out through this. Like you just have to enable it from here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Um,
that sounds good.
yeah. It's still a work in progress very much because
Mhm.
it breaks pretty often here and there. So just be aware of that. But it's pretty cool. It's here.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah. So yeah, you can try it out. I think there's like ways to like, yeah, it has a bunch of cool things. Yeah. Um, Nightly is cool for that. You can try out stuff before it comes out. Okay. Let's see. What was I working on? Oh yeah.
Can I ask, by the way, about the ranking of priority and severity? Is it going like more severe, like to 1 or like 5 to 1 or lowest to highest?
Two or one. One is like the most severe or
Yeah.
highest priority. Yeah. So usually good first bugs aren't high priority bugs. So that's how it usually goes. Hopefully by the time you guys are like maybe 2 or 3 bugs in, you can start asking for other bugs. Because usually like when I remember when I was giving people things to work on, like that were outside, I would look at how many bugs they've already looked at before. And that's kind of how we gauge how high a priority bug we want to give. So yeah, that's how it kind of works. Also,
Yeah. Wait, sorry. I meant like, so the higher the number, the lower the priority, right? Like that's
no,
what
no,
I'm.
the higher the number, the higher the priority.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I had it wrong. The other way then. Okay.
Yeah. Like
Sorry. You were
P1.
saying?
So like P1 is like higher priority. P2, P3. Does that make sense?
Wait. So P5 is like highest.
Oh,
P1 is.
sorry. Wait, I'm thinking the other way. So sorry. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Mine like one is high now. So I've just always done that. So I thought that's higher number. Sorry, yeah. P1, P2, P3, that's like the ranking.
Oh,
Uh
okay.
yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I flipped it too.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Um
Also, I realized I had the Mozilla build and the Mozilla source things already on my laptop. So I ran the /mac or mock build command, and it's been going on for like 20-25 minutes. Just wanted to
oh,
make sure that's supposed to happen, right?
oh yeah, it can take a long time.
Okay,
Uh
okay,
yeah, building usually is depends on your machine one and when you run it. So basically, if it's your first time building, it can take up more than an hour sometimes. It depends on your machine. Uh,
okay.
and basically, if you make a change to JavaScript files, builds are not long. Sometimes you might not even need them. Or if you
Okay.
make small changes to C++, not long builds. But the second you do a git pull for after a while, you're gonna get a lot of changes. So it's gonna ask you to do a clobber, what they call a clobber. Basically just means you have to do a big build again, and that it's gonna take like 40 minutes, 45, an hour. Depends on your machine.
Damn.
Yeah, it depends on your
Okay.
machine. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
And about the fabricator thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that like, do we just make an account? Like, what is that used for? I'm still a little like,
Um, so Fabricator is kind of like the GitHub. Uh,
okay,
it's kind of where you make your PRs. Um, and that's like GitHub PRs is what patches are for Fabricator, and it's like commit based. So this is where you're gonna push your code to. This is where you'll get your reviews,
okay,
everything. And you'll be using this thing called mozfab to kind of do that. So there's no git push. Once you do a git add, git commit, you're going to do a mozfab submit. And I think searchfox has something for that. And so once you do that, you have to remember to make the bug in a certain like format. So it's like
Okay.
bug number and then who to get reviewed by. And that's
Right.
usually make it the triage owner if you're confused.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you'll learn to use it, but it's here somewhere. Let's see. Yep, mozfab submit. You don't have to do the
Okay.
first stuff. You can just do mozfab submit and it'll find it out. If you have trouble with that, let me know. You can also use,
Okay.
yeah, that's how it is.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you.
No worries.
Wait, about Fabricator as well. I'm trying to like log in. I'm not too sure how to do that though, because it's saying like you can't register for an account or anything. You have to be invited. Or am I looking at the wrong one?
You should just be able to log in with Bugzilla. Like it gives you a link. There should be an option to log in with Bugzilla, and then just should be able to do that.
I don't see any like login with Bugzilla though. Like
Are
it's
you
just saying,
on this link, like
oh, you
fabricator.services.mozilla?
know what? I'm not on that link, so that
Yeah,
might be why.
yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right, all right. I'll take a look at it. Sorry, thank you.
yeah. Good.
I was just Googling Fabricator and or like searching it up, trying to find it.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't even know what shows up. Oh yeah, what is that? Uh, no, yeah, the because it's internal to. Oh, it's just Mozilla's Fabricator server. Okay, okay. Yeah, we're using a internal server. Okay, cool.
So what is that fabricator? Fabricator Bugzilla? Or-
So it's this one, fabricator.services.mozilla.com. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, here you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Uh, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna be working on my bug. Uh, yeah. Do you guys want me to play some music? Are there any preferences?
I mean, I'm all right.
Very cool.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
I just had a question. So once I get this local Firefox up and running, right?
Hmm.
So what happens after that? Like, where am I supposed to fix all the bugs? Because I'll find it off of Bugzilla, right? And then I can upload it to Fabricator, like basically GitHub. But like the changes that you're making right now, right, in the actual code itself,
Yeah.
where does all of that happen?
So you do that locally. So when you get your local kind of build running, you'll
Okay,
have Mozilla Unified. It'll be like Mozilla Unified, like a folder. I think you
okay,
already have it. So if you go on like VS Code, uh,
okay.
get to that. So you will. It's a huge like code base. So this is kind of hard to do. So what I would do is, what bug were you working on again? Could you share that on the chat?
I think it was the remove HTTP throttling one. Uh, let me.
Oh yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah,
So for this bug, it looks like we want to remove this thing. Removing the feed.
right.
We don't have a bug for tracking. So I mean they put a link. What I would do is so this thing called searchfox,
Okay,
search.org. So what this is, it's like a huge, like really fast index of the like an indexed page of the whole repository. So it's really easy to find whatever you want here.
okay,
So what I would do is just look up whatever this person wants. Like, so I don't know. They said to remove this. Um, so for example, if this is what you were removing, you've like looked what you want to do. You can find the file name here in the URL. This is all.js, but if you can't see that, you can also just use searchfox over here. And then you would go on VS Code. Where is my VS Code? There it is. And then open all.js. What the heck? All.js.
oh, okay,
Yeah, and then look for I think it was throttling is what we were looking for. I don't know, anything. And then just make the change. So like remove the thing. So now you have,
right.
and then do a git add dot on your warp or not warp, sorry, terminal, and then git commit dash m like bug whatever
Okay,
dash removed some like meaningful commit, and then
right.
r dash whatever the reviewer would be, like the triage owner,
Hmm.
like it'll be the name on Bugzilla, you'll see it, and then you
Okay.
do that. Now you have your code change, and then you just do a mozfab submit.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and this will
And
automatically.
the file you opened on VS Code, or
Yeah.
like the huge thing, where is that again? Sorry, I forgot.
So for this one, I just kind of looked something up. This is it says all.js here.
Yeah,
It so Mozilla modules libpref init. So
right.
I just use Command P, or if you're on Windows, it's Control P, and it
Okay,
opens this thing on VS Code. That's just like a big search.
right.
Um,
But how did you get like all of the Firefox stuff onto VS Code? Like
oh,
what is that called?
you just open. So if I basically let me open a new like this is like VS Code.
Right,
Um,
right.
You're just gonna open the directory. You're just gonna look for, I don't know, where do I store my VS Code stuff? I think it's under VS Code. Where's Mozilla Unified? And just open.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
and
All right.
that's how it works. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Thank you.
always.
And if I have any questions, I'll probably reach out to you over the week.
Yeah, that's fine. Feel free to reach out whenever.
Okay,
I'll
perfect. All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
always. Good night. Oh, it is 8. So yeah, we can all kind of end the meeting. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna sit here and just work for a bit. But yeah, we can end the meeting here. Yeah, thanks for joining, Edwin. Hopefully the
Yeah, for
bug
sure.
works out. Remember to update the thing. It's super cool to see when you guys get something in. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
was about to. Wait, I'm trying to formulate like the comment to actually put down like, can I take this on the bug?
yeah.
Uh, so you mentioned the other one that was like a pretty good like example, but I mean I don't really have that much to say about it, like about
Yeah.
the bug.
You don't worry. Like that was a lot that person said. I would just be like, hey, is this bug, or like depends on what the bug is. So like I think you were doing the remove
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It's the remove one that was posted like 5 days ago. So I was just gonna say like, hi, I'm an outsider, but I'm interested in this as a first bug. Can I take a look at it? That kind of thing.
Yeah. That's perfect. That's great. As long as you, yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Wait. When I add the comment, is there something to select at all, or is it just like add comment? Now that
Uh,
I'm looking at like the UI.
oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I'll show you really quickly. So once you add your comment, one thing that's good to do, like when you're asking to look at something, because you're asking someone, I would
yeah.
do this request information from thing. So tick the box and then just select triage owner for now. Because
Mm.
for now, like, oh my, I don't know what I just clicked. Usually this triage owner will, if they're not the ones who know what to do, they'll know who to get to. So they own this component. I'll let, so like, yeah, for now, this is fine. But sometimes you want to ask the reporter for a question, like a clarifying question, like, oh, is this what's happening? So you just select the reporter. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And then other is probably when you have a sense of who you want to talk to. Maybe in like a couple bugs, you'll know exactly who's responsible for making this code or that code. Or maybe on searchfox, I don't know, you were looking through searchfox. Okay, if this comes, I should have looked for something more. Like there's this thing called a blame. So if you are on searchfox, you can see who wrote this line of code, and what bug it was, when they did it.
Oh, cool.
And if you're like kind of confused by the code, you can do a need info, see if they're in the company, and then just need info them based on their email. So yeah, that's kind of how you use it. It's super powerful because it basically sends a direct email to them. And usually,
Yeah, it's nice.
yeah, so obviously don't use it to a bad way, but I'm sure you won't. So just use it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like that's a very direct
Yeah,
set, like the communication. So,
exactly. So yeah, so for now, like because you're just starting out, triage owner is best because they'll know what to do.
mm,
But you can go from there.
okay. I'm just gonna add my comment. I mean, I selected the request information because I was wondering what that did.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I selected the triage owner. It's Valentine, or
Yes,
yeah. So
yeah, that'll be
cool. Yeah, I'll just add my comment then, and I'm trying to open it on Well, I was searching on searchfox. I was
yeah.
searching on searchfox. I found an HTML file that has the typo on it. So I'm thinking maybe there, or is that where they used it? Like where would I directly change that? Is my
So you'd have to probably change it in multiple places. One is where they created it, and one where they use it.
mm.
So when you go on searchfox, so for example, I'll show you. Uh, so I think this was the throughput one. Let me see. Let me see. What was it called? Throttling. Have a bug for tracking. Okay, so it's this. Oh, was it this one or was it the
Oh,
other?
I didn't take that one. I
Yeah,
think that was Darshan's.
yeah,
I took sorry, I took this one. Let me just paste it.
I think that was it was the
It was the failure one. Yeah, yeah, this one.
okay. So we're just gonna go on searchfox and look for it.
Yeah, I pasted that exactly. And so there's header files, right? But then there's also the HTML file. So I was thinking, okay, maybe that. I don't know what a YAML file is though.
Okay. So let's look at this together. So generated code, you don't need to worry about. You can leave that.
Oh,
Um,
okay, cool.
it's just these two. So the YAML files are where some of these prefs are defined. So YAML
Oh,
files,
okay.
there's like a shit ton of different prefs you'll see. And yeah, if you see anything, you can always find it in about config because these things are defined in those files. Um, so this is one of the big files. Another place where a lot of prefs are defined is firefox.js. Um, I think that was, at least I thought it was called Firefox. It's something like that. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know. It's something like that. So there's like a bunch of places. So YAML file is totally something you should update. I think it's just, I honestly don't know exactly what a YAML file does, but it's used for a bunch of like config stuff. Uh,
Oh, okay, cool.
so so you'll probably just look for it here. I think so. I think this line of code, it'll give you straight to the line of code. Hopefully. Oh yeah, here it is. We're literally just gonna take it out like fully from here.
Oh, wait,
Uh,
they don't use it either? I thought they used it.
Oh no, yeah, they do. So you'll take it out from here and then also take it out from wherever it's being used. So just remove it.
Oh, okay.
So that would be like your patch. It's very simple, just taking out whatever's being used.
Oh, I would just be renaming it though, right? I'm pretty sure.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what.
that's the renaming. My bad. I thought it was
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
well, okay. I basically get the gist. Sorry, it was just taking a while to like. This workflow was kind of confusing, honestly, because I wasn't too sure of how to go about like actually patching stuff. But this makes sense now. So thank you for
no, that's fair. Another thing to note is this is another like confusion part. Uh, Sometimes um these prefs they have to be when they're converted to like CPP files, they get converted like this. So now it's with an underscore if you notice, DOM underscore
that.
security.
Oh,
Yeah. So the way to check for that is so right now because we were looking for dot, it only showed us this. So I just checked for the first part of it. And I found these other places where it's being used. So just keep an eye out for that. And then you have to update this as well. So update that failure thing. And then there's another one here, .cpp. Update that. Does that make
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a conversion to CPP. So like the static prefs class thingy accesses it through this getter function. Yeah, there's a lot of like interesting stuff about how all of these files and things are connected. We can look into that later because we
Uh-huh.
have like functions which are written in C++ that can be called in JavaScript, which is interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, yeah, that's like a whole thing about converting between languages. So that's what a bunch of the generated code sometimes is. It's just a way to connect it.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so definitely keep an eye out for this kind of trickery. Yeah.
So when it's like a static call, I just want to remove like maybe the starting like call
Uh,
there.
yeah, just like try out stuff to make sure you don't miss anything because this could happen. But for this, I think you're good. Uh, like
Okay,
this
makes
is
sense.
all you need for this one, for this bug. So you should be good.
All right. Yeah. So oh wait, what was that about config, by the way? I kind of missed that part. Was
So basically, if you on Firefox, the same is on Chrome, but there's this thing called like about these about pages. And so if you do about about, you can see all the about pages. So these are basically used internally a lot for debugging or like looking at things. But it's also kind of how I think Firefox deals with like pages. So like about new tab is new.
Oh.
Yeah. And then about preferences is just settings. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah, it
Uh,
looked familiar when I was like actually going through my settings, but then I wasn't too sure. Oh, so it's an
uh,
in-browser. It's an in-browser like call then. Okay.
yeah. And then like these are special pages that are saved for the browser, like the that Firefox has done. Like there's something about cache, so you can actually look into exactly what's in your cache, all the
Oh,
cache
cool.
keys. You can go to about processes. See all the processes, exactly what kind of, and then close them as well. You can do a lot of cool stuff. So about config is where all the prefs are. You can kind of mess with them, change them around, which is not ideally great. You shouldn't do that unless you know what you're doing, because things will break. Because landing pref changes is like a huge thing with tests. One example, I think I did something with my sidebar, changed the pref. I think yeah, like you can change the width here. You can just edit this and make it fast. I don't know.
Oh, you can directly edit things on config too. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Like I just changed the speed with this opens right now.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, do whatever. But yeah, be careful when editing it. Only do it when you know what you're doing.
Right.
Well, maybe in like if you do a bunch of bugs, you'll eventually learn how stuff works. And you should be okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, uh, okay, so once I like actually figure out like a patch for this, is it cool if I just like push it to Fabricator, like even if I don't get a response for it, if I can take it, or should I wait for that response from the triage owner?
Ideally, I would wait from the triage owner, but this is not too big a deal of a bug. But I would
Okay,
just,
so it depends.
yeah, someone would probably respond, but feel free to make the patch. It's a very small patch, so don't worry about it. But I would
Okay.
wait. I would wait for a response. But if nobody responds to you in like a week max, just push the patch. It's fine.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's up to them whether or not to approve it anyways, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. So that's okay.
I mean, I'll start working on it right now then, and then I'll wait for a response
Yeah.
like for about a week, and then hopefully they respond within that time, and I'll try pushing the fabricator then as well.
Just create a branch and then work on that so that you can keep working on other things on the side.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I still have to work on like, yeah, I'm just learning Git now, by the way, so I'm trying to work on it. Like, I'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, so let me know if you need help with that too.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Cool. All right, I'll see you next week.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
for sure. I'll see you. Good night.